What if the future of human civilization wasn't on land, but beneath the ocean's surface? Imagine entire cities, bustling with life, nestled in the depths of the sea. It may sound like something straight out of a sci-fi movie, but what if it's not so far-fetched? Could we actually live underwater? Today, we explore the possibility of ocean colonies and what it would take to make them a reality. The idea of living underwater has long been a dream. The oceans cover over 70% of Earth's surface, yet we've only explored a fraction of their depths. Imagine the possibilities if we could harness the resources of the ocean and build entire habitats beneath the waves. Would it be the answer to land scarcity, resource depletion, and climate challenges? Let's dive into the science and technology required to make underwater cities a reality. Ocean colonies are incredibly appealing. They offer vast, untapped resources, from minerals deep in the ocean floor to the potential for renewable energy generation. But why would we even consider living underwater? One reason is the growing challenges of overpopulation on land. Cities are overcrowded, land is becoming scarce, and resources like fresh water and food are becoming more strained every day. What if the ocean could offer a solution? Urbanization continues to spread at an alarming rate. As we face increasing challenges like pollution, overcrowding, and the depletion of resources, the ocean could offer not only the space for new human habitats, but also renewable energy sources like tidal and wave power that could help reduce our reliance on fossil fuels. Imagine cities where waste is converted into energy, where transportation is powered by sustainable methods, and where food is grown without depleting precious land resources. The ocean could offer just that. However, creating cities underwater is no small feat. The most obvious challenge is pressure. The deeper you go, the greater the force of the water pushing in on everything. At just 300 meters beneath the surface, you're already experiencing pressures 30 times greater than at sea level. At these depths, the engineering required to build safe, habitable structures would be incredibly advanced. Pressure-resistant materials are a must. Right now, submarines use incredibly strong alloys like titanium to withstand these forces. But for large-scale human habitation, we'd need even more advanced materials to keep the pressure at bay. We also have to think about accessibility. Unlike the land where we have roads, airways, and rail systems, traveling to and from an underwater city would require completely new transportation technologies. Submarines and high-tech submersibles would be essential to ferry people, supplies, and materials between the surface and the ocean depths. Cutting-edge battery technology and possibly even new forms of propulsion like advanced ion thrusters might become necessary to make this feasible. Next up is energy, a critical component for any human settlement. The ocean offers untapped potential through tidal and wave power. Ocean currents are incredibly reliable, and using turbines and generators, we could harness their energy to power the entire colony. This renewable source could provide everything from basic lighting to the advanced technologies required to maintain life support systems, making underwater living sustainable and reducing our dependence on fossil fuels. And then there's the issue of oxygen. As humans, we need a continuous supply of breathable air. The air pressure underwater is much greater than on land, which makes traditional methods of providing oxygen unsuitable. Right now, submarines use electrolysis, a process that separates oxygen from water, but it's not efficient enough for long-term habitation. One potential solution might lie in bioreactors. These are systems that use algae and other photosynthetic organisms to produce oxygen. Imagine algae farms inside the colony, actively creating oxygen and consuming CO2, working much like Earth's forests. This approach could be a game changer for creating self-sustaining life support systems for underwater cities. Another challenge is food production. Living underwater would require us to grow food in ways that are entirely different from traditional farming. That's where hydroponic farming comes in. By growing plants without soil, we could cultivate everything from leafy greens to tomatoes right inside the habitat. Combined with aquaculture or fish farming, we could create a sustainable food system that relies on the ocean's natural resources without depleting them. Seaweed, for example, is not only a nutritious food source but could also be used for biofuel production, further contributing to sustainability. This could open up entirely new industries that feed, fuel, and power the colony. Of course, it's not just the physical challenges that we have to worry about. Psychological effects of living underwater for extended periods are a very real concern. Astronauts experience similar isolation and confinement in space, and we've learned a lot from those experiences about maintaining mental health in extreme environments. For underwater colonies, we'd need to simulate natural sunlight with artificial lighting systems and design spaces that allow for recreation, exercise, and social interaction. Loneliness, lack of space, and the confinement of living underwater could contribute to depression and anxiety. So creating a supportive and comfortable environment is essential. Beyond the basic needs of shelter, energy, and food, what would these underwater cities look like? The potential for urban design underwater is limitless. Imagine a city of glass domes and transparent walls, where residents can gaze out into the deep blue sea, watching schools of fish swim by, or even having the opportunity to study marine life up close. We could design multi-level structures that allow people to move seamlessly between different zones, from living quarters to research labs to recreation spaces, all within the confines of a single submerged city. The technology required to build these cities is already in the works. Companies like Ocean Infinity and OceanX are investing heavily in the technology required to explore and develop underwater infrastructure. Research stations already exist, like the Aquarius Reef Base, which allows scientists to live underwater for extended periods. These stations could serve as testing grounds and prototypes for larger permanent settlements in the future. So can we live underwater? The technology is advancing at a rapid pace, but the challenges we face are still significant. Overcoming the pressures of deep-sea environments, creating sustainable food and energy systems, and addressing the psychological well-being of residents are just a few of the hurdles that must be tackled before underwater cities can become a reality. The ocean is vast, mysterious, and teeming with potential. If we can harness that potential, perhaps the future will be underwater, where the horizon is as boundless as the sea itself. We've only just begun to scratch the surface when it comes to understanding the immense opportunities that lie beneath. In the coming decades, as technology evolves and our understanding of the ocean deepens, it's not beyond the realm of possibility that humans could one day thrive under the sea. But the road to ocean colonization isn't just about the technology we create. It's about how we approach the challenges ahead. From innovative building materials that can withstand crushing pressures, to sustainable farming methods that can feed entire communities, every step forward is a major leap toward making this dream a reality. Yet, it's important to remember that living underwater also requires careful consideration of the environment. If we are to build in the oceans, we must be mindful of their delicate ecosystems. Any endeavor must prioritize sustainability, ensuring that our activities below the surface don't harm the very world we hope to inhabit. Just as we seek to reduce our ecological footprint on land, underwater colonies will need to adopt principles of balance and harmony with the natural world. The ocean is more than just a place for humans to explore or exploit. It's a rich, interconnected ecosystem that sustains countless species. We must approach underwater living with a sense of respect and responsibility. The technology we develop for underwater colonies could, in turn, help us protect our oceans, ensuring they remain vibrant and full of life for generations to come. Thanks for diving into the depths of this topic with us today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos about the future of humanity. Until next time, stay curious.